A sprinter start is a leg and cardiovascular exercise. It is very similar to a lunge, but we're adding in an exploding kind of plyometric movement with that hop at the top and that soft landing coming back down. It's called a sprinter start because we're getting that power with those arms, that movement of those arms, and exploding out of the bottom. That's why we're adding in that hop at the top. So to begin this movement, you're going to begin in a nice relaxed standing position, nice and tall, feet right underneath of those hips. You can start on whichever leg you want. I'm going to be starting on that right. I'm going to step back with that right leg. And when I step back with that right leg, my right arm is going to come slightly forward, keeping a slight bend in it, as my left arm goes slightly back, building up that momentum with that upper body. I'm going to drop that back knee down towards the floor. Remember, when we're doing lunges here, we want approximately a 90-degree bend between our thigh and our lower leg here. We don't want super close. We don't want way on out here where you're getting too much of a stretch. We want kind of a natural 90-degree bend as we get down towards the bottom of that movement. So I'm going to step back. I'm going to preload. So I'm going to bring my arms forward here to that loaded position. Right arm's forward. Right leg is low. As I come up, I'm going to extend my arms here. And then I'm going to explode up on that left toe and then land nice and softly on that left side and step right back into that lunge again. Now, in order to avoid impact on this one, if you're somebody that needs to avoid that plyometric portion, you're simply going to come up onto the toes on this movement. So you're going to come back, come up onto the toe, come back. That way we are still transferring that energy that we're developing all the way up onto our toe. Common mistakes made on this exercise. Not bending that front leg. This is a very common mistake I see made. Stepping back like this and coming up, or adding in that hop, but still not bending that leg very much. Remember, if you look at a sprinter, this is called a sprinter start. If you look at a sprinter at the beginning of the race, they're not standing up here. This is not going to generate very much power for them. They're going to be down, low, in that lunge. We're not all the way down to where we're touching the floor like we could on some of our reverse lunges. We are up slightly higher, but you do have that leg bent so that you can explode and generate that force with the quadricep. So make sure you bend before you come up on each one. Another thing I commonly see, not engaging that upper body or engaging those arms in this movement. This movement is designed to focus on combining that chain of movement with the upper body with that lower body. So slow it down when you're first starting on this movement. Think about whatever leg is back in that lunge, that same arm is going to be forward. We are throwing down with that upper body as we explode on up, bringing that knee on up with it. You should be feeling this exercise most in those quadriceps. We're also engaging those calves a lot in this movement. You're also engaging the abs. We're engaging those obliques. We're engaging the shoulders and those arms slightly throughout this movement as well.